From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that damn shit. So what you trying to say?
Do what you do, baby.
I want to graduate. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah. I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, man, I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
Speed another general to know the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. To know the early afternoon to everybody. You hear me? I got my little partner in the house. You hear me? My dog in the house. Very special guest. You hear me? But this is his story, so I'm gonna let him tell it. You hear me? No further ado.
What's down with it?
I see you, baby. What's down?
I'm cool, and man, what's good?
Man, I'm coolin', man. I ain't seen in a minute, though. Good seeing you. You heard me. I just sent the live to your inbox. You heard me.
Yeah.
All right. You want get ready to it, or you want shout your people out first?
I mean, it's all good, man. Most Def. Wanna let y'all know who I am. Mo Better. You hear me? Breeder G Slim. Younger sibling, younger brother G Slim, legendary G Slim, Big Boy Records, Boot Camp Click.
We was
Yeah.
gonna get to that, Mo. We was gonna get to that, Mo.
It's all good. I mean, I just wanted some little, you know what I
Kick it
mean?
off, right?
Yeah, some
It's
little
all
understanding. I ain't just
yeah.
anybody. But
Facts,
it is what
facts.
it is.
All right, so look, so you mentioned your brother. You heard me. You do have a famous brother. You could get into it and tell because these are new viewers from your previous interview. Tell everybody who your brother is, and was that your sole influence on starting the music, or did you have other influence as well?
Hi, first of all, for those who don't know who G Slim is, he used to rap with Big Boy Records, got killed in '96. Uh, I've been seeing over social media, over the different media outlets, you know what I mean, that a lot of people refer to him as the quote unquote Tupac of New Orleans type of thing. I mean, I agree with it. He was definitely ahead of his time, you know what I mean? He died at 21. But yeah, he had like a little careless swag, but he's from Algiers.
Right.
Straight up, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
So
you don't
hold
know
up.
about
We
him,
go,
some research.
let's give a moment of silence for Big Bro right quick. You heard me. And they've been
Most definitely. Now, he got smashed. You know what I'm talking about? In Algiers, right before he actually went signed a major deal with Relativity, who is now Sony. Um, you know what I mean? But that's that. I ain't gonna say that was my sole influence for starting to entertain music. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like came from a bunch of different ways. You know what I mean? Was really gifted with words, poetic, and all that, and most definitely the G Slim in me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like natural, like oh man, all my brothers, cousins, everybody really got the gift. You know what I'm saying? Not
shout
only
out
the
to
flow,
Cuz and the Bros.
definitely, not only the flow. You know what I mean? Not only the word play. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, we've had the experiences as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did
you know,
you
it's
know?
kind of like.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. My bad.
Now I was about to say it's kind of like you know, this shit don't bury your talent, and it just was something that I stumbled upon. It wasn't even really my thing. It was his thing, but that didn't influence me. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways.
What other artists influenced you to do what you do before you started doing it, Mo? What's down, Mo, man? Understand you? What's up, baby boy?
I'm cool, man. You know?
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I'll say there's artists that I listened to
Right.
growing
Facts.
up that I kind of took more to their art.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
gonna say they kind of pushed me to wanting to do it, but when it presented itself for me to do it. It's certain things I identify with, certain people's art that I identify with, that I felt like was kind of, I would deem superb or superior, more so I can see the hip hopness in that I kind of took from, to a degree. You know what I mean? Which
Absolutely.
which I always like Mac, but I always like J-Dog, man. J-Dog from Boot Camp Click, you know what I'm saying, from Black Menace, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I always did like J-Dog. I used to like Tim, you know what I mean? I used to bump Twister way back, Adrenaline Rush, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Twister, I always used to like Twister. Then, you know, I like M Art. I used to be on Nas and you know what I mean? I also even like X. So it's
Yeah,
just like a
yeah.
collage of a bunch of different
Peace.
potencies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the
And that
arts and
created more better.
yeah, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna say I'm a chameleon, but I can kind of do all of it. I can kind of touch on everything. You know what I mean? Just a collective. So I can see how me being groomed musically in terms of hip hop and rap by those certain artists without them knowing, of course. But I can see how their art allowed me to identify what I believe is would be a great way to present my art.
Oh, top. You hear me? Oh, top.
That makes
Now,
sense. You feel me?
more better. You hear me? Does that have a meaning, or is that like a little creative way that you know what I'm saying? You say your name. You hear me?
Well, it got multiple meanings, man. The MOE really stands for a lot in its own. You know what I mean? My partner them called me Music of Essence. You know what I mean? Well, really, I call myself that. Put them on that Music of Essence. You know what I mean? Of course, Mo is just short for my original name. You know what I mean? And then fuck, who else? Who else but me? Cause I
Yes,
do
thank
better.
you.
You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about? So Mo better,
yes.
really. You know what I mean?
Um,
Like, man, who you like? I ain't gonna lie, Mo better than them. Mo better than them. Kind of took a, I mean, and look, this is not me
bars.
being.
That was the
Look,
bars, Mo. That's
let
bars.
me
You
say,
heard me? Yeah.
but look, but that's not even me being arrogant or cocky or confident. This me
Nah.
in my
Yeah.
world. This me being understanding. I understand what I was blessed with. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Being your brother, right? Did you know the type of influence and effect that he had on the city at that time?
No. You know what I mean? I was first of all, I was young when he died. I was 13. You
Mm.
feel me?
But
But
you was old enough to understand, no? You
yeah,
understand?
yeah. I understand, but you until you really start interacting with people from everywhere in the city, and
Yeah,
then seeing their reaction and how he touched or affected them, that's when you begin to realize the impact he really had on the city. You feel what I'm saying? When it's happening, when he in the mix, you know what I mean? You just see, boom, okay, it's bumping, people liking it. You know what I mean? People know, you know what I mean? Boom, oh, that's such and such, little brother, that's such and such. Oh, you know what I mean? Or when we, all that kind of, so you can see the way he held while he was doing it, but you don't really get the full extent of how many people he really influenced or impact until you start rubbing some shoulders with people, and it really kind of mess you up like, damn, it's a
yeah.
small world. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know that other side of him? From you being his little brother, you heard me, or did he kind of like keep you from that though?
See, as a big brother, he always made sure he kept not only us, but even my brother older than me, you know what I mean, which was right under him. Of course, he always, attempted to keep all us from that. But inevitable, you know what I mean? It's just a part of how, the way a nigga mind work, out of operations sometimes that nigga just grew up on, you know what I mean? So nigga know what's up. Like nigga ain't grew up playing cops and robbers and stuff. Nigga grew up playing mobs and gangs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So this was,
Yes.
you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
know. I
So
know the
so
vibe.
so it just puts you on a little something so you know you see what's going on with your brother.
Yeah. Fucking right.
You know what
So
I mean?
is this like a continuing? continuing his legacy type of thing, or this all you, Mo?
So that's a good question.
I
It's
appreciate that,
both.
money.
It's both. Real talk,
Mm,
it's both. So, because everybody got their own identity, who they are. You know what I mean? So it's
mm,
definitely a mo thing. It's just a who I am. You know what I mean? Because I got my own calling and gift to give to the world, whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's most definitely
absolutely.
for a mo thing. However, you can't negate the fact that I came in line behind him is what I always will still represent without me even trying to. You know what I mean? Because if you get into my art, you start being a fan of my art. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, damn. So then when you find out the history, that's such about the I could see why he liked that
Yeah,
or such and such. You know what I mean? So it's still a
yeah.
representation thereof. You know what I mean? And so with that in its own, it's continuing his legacy. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So,
mm, mm.
but it's definitely a more thing for real.
So you got a, for me knowing you, you know we ran it. You got an interesting take on mystical. Well, you want to run that?
Well, so like I said, I was young. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So, man, I worked with the Ice Mics. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Uh, worked with Sice. You know all those guys that was kind of around there during that time. You know what I mean? And
The pioneers.
mystical. I'll say mystical was kind of groomed. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? They had a certain group of artists from Big Boy, but everybody was pitching in for, you know what I mean? Everybody was pitching in what they could or what they heard or, being the
Absolutely.
slick side producer stuff with they art, with their creative ideas and juices, you know what I mean? Everybody was putting their 2 cents in, but it's a certain group of artists that was really kind of like the foundation in the Big Boy shit that you can identify that mystical derived from that. I'll say.
Mm. Facts.
You get what I'm
Facts.
saying? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the
So
grooming that you spoke of.
like yeah, like the Ice Mics, if he's writing something to produce the overall outcome of the song, you know what I mean? You'll see, you know what I mean? If you ever experienced that with Mike, then you will see how mystical can kind of derive from that. You know what I mean? And you got to say it like that because, of course, Ice Mike is
Niggas
legendary.
take, yeah,
Ice
niggas
Mike
getting
was
their
doing it.
feelings. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
before, you know what I mean? He was before, you know what I mean? So then you got the G Slim, then you got the Tim Smooth, then you got the J Dog, you know what I mean? When you put all that together and concoct with a Mystical's voice and kind of, you know what I mean? Of course,
You
every
kind of see where
artist,
mystical come from.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could
Absolutely.
see, you get what I'm
Respectfully.
saying? So
Respectfully.
I wasn't in the studio with him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? When everything was created, so I can't bear witness to that like that. But when you do some research and you got the stories with the ones that's in there, then you kind of know. You know what I'm saying? How that
When you're in,
takes
you're
off.
in. When
Yeah,
you're in, you're in. Yeah, you did. So
yes.
did you know that you was witnessing history at that time?
No, no, man, no.
So do you feel having him as a brother gives you as an advantage in the game, or does it put a little extra pressure on
I say both is a season for both.
you? Elaborate.
So like out the gate,
Mm-hmm.
internally, it's gonna put extra pressure on you because you know what you represent. So if
Mm.
you do something, you can't be subpart of, you know what I mean, to what came before you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
gonna be attached, but that's more internally. Even though externally, others that work with him gonna be expecting some kind of greatness coming from you. You know what I mean? Because you still gonna
Mm.
subconsciously be judged one way or another. Oh, you ain't putting that work like such and such. Oh, nah, that's your brother, but you ain't really get it or
That's how
you
that's
got
how
it.
they always that's how they always judge me in my football when I play football. You know, my brother a dog, right?
Yeah.
So from me being his little brother, oh, you ain't ooh, that bitch Johnna, like yeah, you always not in his shadow, so to speak, but they always gonna look at you for you to be great.
Yeah, he set a level of precedence coming before you, so you know what I mean. That's what they know coming from that direction. So if you be in it, they can identify if you less than that because they already saw the superior aspect of that lane of any coming from that direction. You know what I mean, coming from that lineage, just to be
Absolutely,
correct. You know what I'm talking about? So
absolutely.
yeah,
So,
but then at the same time, once
mm-hmm,
when you get in and you show thyself approved, you know what I'm
mm,
saying? Not being from that lineage, it gives you a little upper hand, cause you know what I mean. Cause now, nigga, like you more accepted. You could be more accepted to a degree. You know what I mean? Of course, you gonna have haters everywhere. People gonna hate, generational hate. But you know what I mean. But it give you kind of like upper hand too. Sometimes it's all about how
yeah,
you use it.
yeah.
That's the season for
When you
both.
in, you in. When you in, you in.
Back like a dog. Back to what you know what I'm talking
You in it.
about. You in, you
So
in.
look, you mentioned you just throw these legends of names around like it ain't nothing. The Tim Smooths and all of them, right? From you coming up in that era, you hear me? From doing music in the era now, won't you get into the biggest differences or similarities in the music from then and now, Mo?
Um, the difference is the beat ain't necessarily had to be the hardest beat.
Right, facts.
You know what I mean? In songs of old, no offense to the producers, you know what I mean. Of course,
Okay.
technology advanced, so the sound gonna be a little better because they know what to build off of. You know what I mean. But but it wasn't about the beats, even though for the artists it was about the beats that make them art. You know what I mean. But for
Absolutely.
the most part, for the listeners, it was about the artist, what he his art, his skill, his wordplay, his savvy, his charisma. You know what I mean? His storytelling. It was more about that. You know what I mean? These
Absolutely.
days, yeah, it was more about you having to think. You have to hear,
Yeah.
catch it. You know what I mean? Break it down. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? And still catch whatever
You
he
gotta
talking
be,
about going forward.
you gotta be living what he's speaking to know what he's talking about.
Or you just gotta have some sense and listen.
Facts, facts,
But to
facts,
these days, they're
facts.
not
Hold
listening.
up,
Yeah.
facts, nigga.
Yeah,
Facts. Yeah,
real talk.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But these days, is it don't even matter what you say. They got, man, these dudes be saying stuff on these songs, and people don't really be taking in what they be saying, and they just be vibing to the sound, to the beat, and the
Exactly.
harmony.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not the art. And it's more not well, I ain't gonna say not the art because it's still art to put the music together, to put the harmony together. The producers. That's why the producers. I feel like now the producers don't get enough credit. The producers really making these artists famous because these producers.
Absolutely.
These
Talk
producers
about it.
is producing the overall end sound that you hear. You're not even listening to these words. You can't even hear some of these words. You can't even
Talk
understand it.
about it.
You just riding the sound of it, and the sound making them feel good. That's really
The
the producers'
vibration.
work. That's really the producers' work. You know what I'm saying? Not not
Mm.
not so much the nigga that's rapping. That ain't really his work. They got artists, they got rappers, even now that are artists in that regard to what they are kind of producing the end result of every little aspect of the song. Oh, say it like this. Oh, I can go back. Let me hear. I can say it like that. Or
Like
you know what I
Soulja
mean? Hey,
Slim
hey,
did.
yeah, you know what I mean? Everybody got their own art, their own way as far as producing their craft. But some people just getting up in there and just rapping. They come up with a hook, boom. Oh, they say that. And the producer tell him, no, no, you don't gotta say all that, cut it off right there. And then he loop it. You know what I mean? That producer producing that song. That's that producer's mind that's hearing it. That's that producer's art. You know what I
Talk
mean?
about it.
That
Talk
ain't
about
really
it.
that ain't really that rapper's art. And there's a lot of that now I
Mm.
identify. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The producers are really making the songs. You know what I'm saying? As opposed
Yes,
to
sir.
the producers are being the head of the song as opposed to the rappers. Back then, it was the rappers and their wordplay and then the tone of their voice, how they gonna make it sound. You know what I mean? They was making the sounds with their voices, not depending on the sounds of the music. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's a
So
man.
that was different.
That's a great take on that. You heard me? That's you really ran it. You could tell you rap royalty. You could tell. You could tell you rap royalty.
Like a
Yes,
dog.
sir. Yes, sir. So you being from New Orleans, you heard me. I'm not even gonna call you an up and coming artist. I'm gonna call you an underground artist. You heard me? Won't you
Yeah.
tell the viewers, you understand me, how it was your experiences growing up in our city, you heard me?
The whole truth. Um, the city don't got no love.
The jokes and everything.
Yeah, the city don't really got no love, man. It's like the city got a lot of love, but then it don't got no love, son. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves to be from the city because they love with the, like we got hospitality when we do, but when we don't, we don't. You know what I'm saying? And as far as in the music, in the streets too, the city is nigga. Nobody don't really want to accept and embrace their own for some reason down here. They embrace outsiders with everything before they embrace the homegrown. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So that play a major role in a lot of decisions, even in the streets. You know what I'm saying? In the streets, uh, the love ain't really everybody trying to crab in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's politicians, police, neighbors, partners, old ladies, little dips. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on some crab in a bucket. Everybody ain't really on no genuine love, but everybody genuinely loving. Ironic.
So at what age you heard me did you realize shit real low chick?
Shit. Well, that been. My brother got killed at 13. I knew it was real before he got killed. I mean, well before. You know what I mean? Just growing up, you know what I mean? Like, mine's been trying to move us out of LGS for, whatever nigga she ain't want us to get caught in the streets, but we still outside. But in doing so, moving from there, we still in every apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
shit, like real then, really. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was out, I was about 9 or some shit like that. And my cousin, I was a kid, I was out about 8 years old, 8, 9. Me, my brother, my little brother, my cousin, some of us, you know what I mean? We was out, you know what I mean? And man, nigga end up getting kidnapped. You hear me? Let's talk. Putting a hand in a palm. So nigga knew it was real then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shit. Nigga been having
Nigga tried
experience
to
like
nigga,
real.
I swear I put this on everything. Nigga tried to nap my big brother before.
Yeah, I mean they wouldn't. They was trying to get the woman that was out there with us. You know what I mean? So nigga just put everybody else hostage. We was small. You know what I mean? Kids and shit, but. So, nigga got out of that situation, but I'm just saying, this shit wild, man. You know what I mean? And then as a
So
man now,
yeah,
seeing that unfold, like, man, the nigga had to be out of his mind.
yeah. Yeah.
But as a
So
kid, experiencing
fuck the
that,
music, the legacy, all that, right? As a
okay.
big brother, right? What effect did losing him have on you and your family? You heard me?
Well, so you got to, all right. So out the gate, my mom got 5 kids, 4 boys and 1 girl. I'm the middle of everything. So, I mean, I
Shout
got
out.
two big brothers. Then me, then my baby brother, then my baby sister. You feel what I'm saying? So when one got killed, the one right under him went straight to jail. Do not pay his gold. Do not collect $200 straight. Like a week later, he gone. You know what I mean? Guns invested in the cars. You know, just different shit. You know what I mean? So he gone. He did a 5-piece.
So
I'm
so
13.
you talking about you though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the viewers, I know that, but
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
viewers
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
So
viewers don't know
how,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it affected me because at 13, one died and one went straight to jail. I'm automatically the big brother out the gate. You feel what I'm saying? So the one that went to jail though, the other big brother, he go through about 4.5. You know what I'm saying? He come home. I'm grown. I'm 18. I'm graduating high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here on the slick. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
boom, me, my little brother, my little cousins, you know what I mean? DLC, D, you know, we got a whole name. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
same.
So
Yeah.
that affected a lot. You know what I mean? Because all the streets he was trying to keep a nigga from, nigga out here 5150 in them same streets.
With the same niggas.
You know what I mean?
But moving right along. Yes, Danny. Uh, so when did the music come into play? Through all of this, you remember?
Man, bro, you know I was in a band. I got in a band about 8th grade or some shit. Like right after he got killed, whatever. Know what I mean? On some Kanye West shit, I broke my jaw. So I couldn't play football. So I got in the band. I needed something to do. I got in the band. So I got, musically inclined. And man, my little cousin and my little partner, Lil Joe from Beach Grove. You hear me? Brown Bummer. Man, he was the illest nigga I heard rap when I was a kid. Like going to school, we done moved out of LJS, we done moved through all the West Bank, we done made it all the way to West Vigo now. You hear me? So, man, Lil Joe and my little cousin, Jeezy, Lil Glenn,
Mm-hmm.
they had a talent show. They was
Shout out,
rapping.
cuz. Shout out, cuz.
Yeah, off
Mm-hmm.
top like a dog knowledge. You hear me? He on She Bad. He the one singing on She Bad. But look, so they got a talent show they want to put together, but they need somebody with another. They need another verse. Them two rapping, they need another verse. They feel like to go on there. Man, I don't even rap at this time. Niggas like, man, won't you make a verse? Won't you write a verse for this? I'm like, man, I don't rap, man. Nigga like, man, but your brother rap. Your brother was cold, so I know you got some of that in you. Oh, you just write it. Just look, don't even trip. Just listen to this beat, and that's the topic, and write something to that. And then if it's poop, then we, nigga understand, nigga respect your mind. But just see if you can do it for me. Boom. I wrote a verse, man. I never got a bad review ever since. So that kind of started the rap and shit. You know what I mean?
When was Mo Better born?
Mo Better was always thrown out there, but I used to call myself Nick B, man.
No. I'm saying like the bars, the build up, the metaphors, all that stuff. When was Mo Better born?
That's what I'm saying. Like always been really, it's really the balls, the build up. That's really that Nick B shit. Know what I'm saying? Like say my
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that really
legend,
that know
legend.
me, you know about the long dreads, Nick B, DLC shit. Like then the people that really know me, they on that Nick B shit. That's the balls. That's the metaphors. That's battle rap. That's what I came from. Battle rap, man. We used to, man. Every time a new album come out, it used to be about 6 of us. We, know what I mean, blowing, listening to the tracks. We in a session, freestyle. We battle rapping. You know what I mean. Every day somebody else winning. So it ain't just, you know what I mean, a group of poo niggas and I'm eating or nothing like
How
that.
old are you? How old are you around this time?
14.
All right.
Right, just like I said, Slim died, so 14, 15, all that, you know what I mean? Nigga, you know, nigga done start rapping now.
Thanks.
I wasn't even trying to, but nigga asked me to write a verse and, confidence come with experience. So when I wrote the verse or whatever, I got a good review. And I don't recall getting a bad review on the verse since then, except for my brother, once he came home, my other brother, once he came home, he really took me to another level. Now I mean, me, him, and Pumping, Trade, rest in peace, Trade.
Uh-huh.
That's my cousin. Me, my brother above me, and Trey was in the studio. My brother know I rap, boom, boom. Him and Trey get on the song. You know what I'm saying? He tell me, boom, we in there. He won't put me on the song. Woo, woo. Man, for him and and Trey, my verse wasn't good enough. That's the first time I ever got a bad review. First time I ever got rejected. You know what I mean? He ain't fuck over and he kept it real with a nigga, man. That bitch, that bitch ain't worth it. This song, son. This, you know what I'm saying?
Just look, sit out to the next one.
Yeah, did. But on the way home, he gave me the game. He laced me about what is missing, how what the presentation need to be like, how to go about it, and this and that. And from that moment on, he ain't never reject me off another one. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. So earlier, you mentioned about being versatile. You can get on any level. But if you would, could you define your style for us?
Man, I get a game. I get a game. You know what I mean? It's like always on some knowledge, on some, you know what I mean, some poetic, some really giving you the game, teaching you something, some kind of way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be giving you the game. You know what I mean? Just from uh thug with intelligence that grew up in the city, type
Yeah,
of type of. You know what I'm saying? Like
thanks. Thanks.
that's
So,
how I would explain it.
so was music? I know you spoke on playing football. You know what I'm saying? I burn you more. But anyway, I know you spoke on. I know you
you,
spoke
you
on
look like
playing
you look like
football.
you look like you might be a little quick.
But you better ask T. You better you know what I'm saying? You better ask him. You heard me? The only nigga faster than me was Fee and Dane.
All right.
That's it. And I stamped that and tell Tony I said that too.
I'ma call him. Keith
But look,
Dungeon. That nigga
you
say, "Oh,
already
Keith Dungeon, nigga."
yeah.
Nah.
So it was there anything that you ever wanted to do besides music?
Football. It was always football.
What happened at football?
Like when I broke my jaw at 12,
Yeah.
the high I couldn't play for the high school. They didn't have no weight limit. I couldn't really play for the junior high. I couldn't really play. You know what I'm saying? The doctor gave me about 2 or 3 years. Just so happened that's the summer before my seventh grade year. In the school I went to, they was winning. Junior high, really junior high, they was doing that time. So when I came like what ninth grade year, now that I'm cleared by the doctor where I could play, shit, that boy said you ain't trying to come play for me. not in the ninth grade, we start in the seventh.
You
You
heard
heard
me?
me?
Right.
Yeah, so that's how he was rocking with me. So I just really focused on
He
the
didn't
band.
even give you a chance to prove yourself.
Nope, all my little partner them was playing. I played park ball with them niggas, but fuck no, boy. Fonseca wasn't playing that. He was serious about it, about what he was talking about.
So
but I,
you end up doing the jokes, right?
yeah,
You want to get into that or you want to move on?
yeah, that's good. It's all good with me, man. Look, that was the best thing that happened to that nigga.
I'm giving you the flow.
Yeah, so man, that was a time of where you could really isolate, look yourself in the mirror, be real with yourself. You know what I mean? Of course, the spiritual journey was the most important aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So that allowed me to do some self reflection, some soul searching. You know what I mean? Some spiritual learning, get some revelation. You know what I'm saying? And really be a man. Niggas used to think it was a man and everything, but let us make man in our image. If you don't even know what that image is, you know what I mean, to be like that, you can't really be a man. You know what I mean? So yeah, that definitely that's what I got off that jokes. You know what I mean? It wasn't no about Had nothing to do with nobody else, no niggas or nothing like that. Like being in prison made me a man. Not like in that regard. Being in prison made you a man because you gotta get your priorities together. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your priorities together within and here, and you know what I mean. Especially you in prison, you got kids, young kids. You know what I'm saying? So that was a time for like that metamorphosis. You know what I mean? Some people say transition, but I say metamorphosis because nigga went in the caterpillar.
Thanks. What type of effect did that have on you?
I quit.
Mm.
I got in the spirit, I got in the word and everything, and I quit rapping. I was like, you know, that's not what I want to represent me. You know what I mean? Where I'm at in my new light. I got smacked. Don't bury your talent.
Mm.
My myself told myself. I'm gonna say that. You hear me? Boom. So then I started doing, man. I started rapping scriptures.
I
Got
remember
smacked.
you and D.
Yeah, I got smacked again. He ain't come for the he came for the sinners. Yeah, man. Too much holy water gonna run the demons off. You really ain't trying to run them off. You trying to
You trying to
contest
reach
that.
it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of rules of engagement. You know what I mean? So too much holy water, you run the demon off. So you know what I mean? So you gotta sprinkle it to a degree, but so when it started coming like that, that's why I say when you ask me how I describe, that's why I say giving a game, teaching, you know what I mean? Teaching everything, all everything, the street, spirituality, numbers, it's just everything, presentation, professionalism. It's just teaching everything, you know what I mean? But it's just concocted in like a little gumbo. Know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get the class, but don't let that confuse you to not think is you know what I mean? So then but you hear all that in the messages. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about, ironically, bro. Real talk.
What's the biggest lesson you learned from prison?
Hmm. Biggest lesson I learned from prison.
It's a good question, huh?
Yeah, because I want to say a lot of things, but
Yeah. Say everything. I'm saying
nah, but I want
if
to say the right, but I want to say it right so that it's not misperceived.
okay.
You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
but it's a great question. Mm. I want to say respect, but growing up the where I grew up, respect is that's automatic. So I ain't really learned respect, but you do identify the levels of respect. You know what I mean? And what it takes to have it, what it takes to give it. You know what I mean? What it takes to
Mm-hmm.
represent respect. But man, the biggest lesson I learned was how to compartmentalize,
Say that one more time.
how to compartmentalize.
Elaborate.
There's levels with everything. You know what I mean?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You can't get off the phone emotional about something that's going on out that bitch or something, you know what I mean? Like the
Yes,
wild
sir.
light still hitting you up from the outside, you know what I
That's
mean?
yeah. The
So
world.
then so then yeah, so you can't just get off that phone and allow that to get you out of order
For where you at.
for where you at, yeah, because it's a
Absolutely.
completely different order. You know what I'm saying? It's a time and a place for everything. You know what I'm
And niggas
saying?
feed off that energy.
Yeah, they got they got legions, they got demons, they got angels, they got you know what I mean. It's a concoction in a very confined spot. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of hyperactive spirits. So you You gotta compartmentalize because you gotta be what you gotta be to still the man for the family that's out there that you left. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same
Absolutely.
time, depending on what your calling is in there, why you in there, you know what I mean? You gotta be the big
Absolutely.
brother, you gotta be the mature one where you at too. You gotta thank for everybody else too, depending on what your calling or reason for being in the dungeon is, you know what I'm saying? On some higher,
Absolutely.
on some whole nother level shit, you know what I mean? So then at the same time, you can't even talk to everybody about your spiritual journey or about a certain spiritual journey because everybody's somewhere different. And everybody got and a majority got aggressive energy because they think that's what they need to have.
Yes, sir. Talk
You
about
know what I'm saying? And if you trying to do the man thing and which is making it home to your fucking family as soon as you could, got nothing to do with what's going on up in here. So in order to do that, it's certain things that it's certain ways you gotta carry yourself and it's certain things that you gotta represent. You know what I mean? So you gotta compartmentalize abroad. You know what I'm saying? That you still gotta be that father for your kids while you in there, you know what I mean, to make sure they keep a certain level of respect, not only for you, but for the parent that's out there with them.
Talk about it.
That
Talk
I
about
left
it.
all, you know what I mean? So
Talk
you gotta
about
really the greatest thing I learned was probably that how to compartmentalize uh and not let things that I don't have no control over affect me negatively.
it. How long you there, Mo?
6 total. Did 3 straight, came home about 11 months and did 3 more. 6.
Um, what you say, Mo?
I said 6 total in a 7 year span. Six in a 7 year span.
When you come home off the last three, what was the most difficult thing for you to adapt to, and what was the thing that had changed the most from when you had went in till you come home?
Well, I mean, I came home this time and came to a foreign land. So I
Mm-hmm.
1201, 701. I'm in Houston and I ain't never going back. You know what I mean? So of course adapted to a new land with nothing. You know what I mean? So you come in, you just with nothing. You got what you came home with. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying? So then in a new land, so just adapt. I guess adapting, reading the room out here, catching on to the operation and how things operate out here, so that you
So
can
like you said,
yourself
it's a
up for
different way
success.
you read the room out here than out
Yeah,
than yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely. So you got to compartmentalize with that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you come home and you move straight to Houston, like you said, different area. What was the Did you fit right in? You had to come punch niggas down. How did it come when you first got out there? You know what I mean?
man, I came out as love. You know what I mean? Love, love from a rocky road. So I'm saying that because the energy you exude gon' gonna call for different embrace and
Outcome.
different levels
Absolutely.
of respect. You know what I mean? When you put certain shit out there, like everybody, they gon' they gonna meet you there. They gonna try to meet you there even if they can't. You know what I mean? But it's still gonna be a positive outcome. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? When
sir.
you come home like that, you know what I mean? So I ain't come home on no. I came home as love and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Abroad in my mind, that was my foundational pillars. You know what I'm saying? I am love and understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Uh, so because I did come out, I felt I got a lot of love out here, man. I feel like out here it's a little more love here than
Then
home. Or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're gonna have hate everywhere, but the overall initial is networking, love. You know what I mean? Everybody, you know. trying to get money together, they realize shit. The more people you
Absolutely.
get money with, the more money y'all can get. You know what I mean? As opposed to at home is more so everybody. Shit, I want all the money. Whoever got something, I want theirs. Whoever got who, you know what I mean? If a nickel bag gets sold in the park, I want half.
Facts.
that's,
That's
that's,
them facts.
that's the, you know what I mean? But that's gonna plateau. When you playing chess with it, that little mindset gonna plateau.
Mhm,
That shit gonna only take you so far. You know what I mean? You gotta make
mhm.
somebody else rich for you to get rich, one way or another.
Um,
And it's not just financial. It's
mentally.
enrichment of your spirit, enrichment of your mind. You know what I mean? Iron sharpens iron. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? You invest positivity into something, you're gonna get positivity back, and then that's gonna build both ways. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. How long after you come home you got back to the music, and from you moving to a new environment, did you have to like critique your style in any way?
Uh, the environment ain't have nothing to do with my style, but me coming home, um, identifying the the presentation that's being received
Mm,
the most. So you gotta blend in with the presentation, but you still gotta be original, like you know what I mean.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
so because when I was my whole 6 years, man, I wasn't on the radio, I wasn't listening to music or nothing. I wasn't even, you know what I mean? I was on learning. I
Coming
was on,
home.
I wasn't listening. You know what I mean? With nothing, I wouldn't. I was selective about what I was putting in. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So that everything that come out reflect that. Feel what I'm saying? Gonna reflect
absolutely,
me and what I'm
absolutely.
putting in. So when I come home, just hearing the sound that they on, hearing how they coming, woo woo, and mimicking that here and there to show, oh, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that, but let me take you here and show you what I do. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely,
that's all. And shit, when I came home at 18, I put the album out 19. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
all glory up and all thanks to man, the
I'm a,
legendary
I'm a,
Ice Mike, man.
facts. I'm gonna change the subject because I hear the game in the background, bro. The
Yeah, my
fuck
son.
wrong, fuck wrong with the Saints, bro. I saw your face. True Saints fans, ladies and gentlemen. True fucking Saints fans, ladies
Nah,
and I saw that face, bro.
I think it's a lot. To be honest with you, believe it or not, I think I think they're in a I think they're in a good spot in terms of coming building from what they're used to. However, it leaves them in the bad spot because the expectations are what they are, and then I think that's affecting the morale. I think one or two changes could be made, and it'll be that simple that they instead of being a disappointment, they'll be an upset.
Speak on them too.
You know what I mean? Instead of being a disappointment, so like one or two changes. Of course, a better offensive coordinator. You need like an offensive coordinator that's like that has a head coach in mind. You know what I mean? When people they blow it on, they throw it on Dennis Allen, they throw it on Dennis Allen, they throw it on Dennis Allen. But I
It's
don't
the
agree
new
with it.
banner.
I don't agree. I don't agree that it's Dennis Allen, and I don't agree that it's Derek Carr. I mean, camaraderie.
Oh, now this is the first. Would it
I don't
wait,
agree.
wait. I'm gonna give you the flow. I'm gonna give you
Hmm.
the flow on this one. Go ahead, handle your
Yeah.
business.
The reason is not. I think everybody is being affected negatively, and everybody having a negative outcome. Yes, meaning Dennis Allen and Derek Carr having a negative outcome. But I don't agree that they are the problems. Actually, man, I don't mean to put it on offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Or that, but it's I don't feel like Dennis Allen got all the control as the head coach that you just assume comes with being the head coach, which is why a lot of the blame falls on the head coach. And then uh, in return, I don't think that the quarterback and the wide receivers are actually on the same page because they all frustrated with the play design, the play makeup, and the play call in moments. I don't think they're confident in the actual game plan. So what I think is I think that the Saints need, I'm gonna say, offensive coordinator solely for the reason of they need a better play designer and a better play caller. That don't necessarily have to be the offensive coordinator doing that. You know, the quarterbacks coach could call it, could write the game plan. They need a better game planner. You know what I'm saying? Now that falls on the head coach because he's the head coach. So the head coach typically you would assume is responsible for the game plan. However, if Sean Payton was removed, boom, then you got Mickey Loomis as the general manager. He felt like, nah, Sean Payton, he got all the power. You know what I mean? They got the wife up in there running it. You know what I'm saying? Which I like. I like her energy. You know what I mean? But she's still not the football girl. So now Mickey Loomis is the football guy. So he has power. I'm not saying this. This is just
You
my
think
theory.
it's you think it's not she had more trust in Sean Payton than New Balance?
Uh, yeah, of course they had more trust in Sean Payton because Sean Payton, that time brought Payton in, and Payton showed himself approved. You know what I mean? So of course that trust is innately built. You know what I'm saying? So then when you move
Dennis
on
been
from
there for
that,
3 years.
yeah, but all right. So this is what I'm saying. Dennis is not an offensive guy.
No, not at all.
He's a defensive guy. And then coming from a coordinator being upgraded to a head coach, I can see how he had that benefit of the doubt of Pete Carmichael, the offensive coordinator. Give him, because Pete Carmichael been the offensive coordinator, but he wasn't calling the plays.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So now give
The
him
people at
now.
the top calling the plays in the
Sean Payton was calling the plays. You know what I
facts.
mean? Majority, you know what I'm saying? Pico Michael wasn't really calling the plays, Sean, but by Sean Payton being an offensive guy, he was in charge of the game plan, but he wasn't in charge of the defensive game plan. That's why he brought Dennis Allen in, and so that's why the defense got so good because Dennis Allen came in like as a defensive coach, but bringing the defense to a superior level.
And it feel like
You know what I
Greg,
mean? Like
like your
like
boy.
like a good head coach would do from a defensive standpoint. You see what I'm
Talk about
saying?
it. Talk
And
about
so
it.
so and so now they need to find that offensive coordinator that matches Dennis Allen's defensive superiority. You know what I mean? And then when them two come together, even though Dennis Allen is the head coach, you know what I mean? They'll have their offensive guru that's also a game planner. Work them two working together because Dennis Allen ain't really make no bad calls in terms of he ain't call a timeout at the right time. He didn't make no bad decisions on
Mm.
when to go for two and how, you know what I mean, this and that. But he's not the offensive coordinator, so he's not in charge of what play they're running.
You just cracked the code, Mo.
You get what I'm saying, though?
You just cracked the code. I think
And
that's exactly what it is. But I don't. It's the New Balances too.
hey,
It's,
but you know the New Balance is on commissary. That was it. Niggas going to
yeah,
visit in them
yeah,
bitches. You heard me?
yeah,
If you ain't got no yes, then
yeah,
niggas going
yeah.
to visit in them.
So look, hey, you're a dog for that one, bitch.
I'm telling you, them
But
bitches on
look,
the
all
slow.
right. From the. Do you remember the first song you wrote? Not a good
Bro,
question.
nah, cause I do and I don't. Cause I
Nah,
was
nah. The first one, the shitty one, the ass one, The first one he
it,
wrote.
it wasn't ass. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm telling you. So, man, I was fucking with some niggas call themselves Down South Records,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
From the 17th.
Mm-hmm. I know you talking
You
about.
hear me? And Luck and
Mm-hmm.
them, man, I recorded my first song, solo song. You hear me? Boom. I recorded that bitch, and dog, my partner and them from in the hood, man, they used to ride around bumping that bitch. I was just rapping that song like 2 weeks ago, and right now I can't think of that bitch. If I could just came to me and I was like, boom, because my little partner still be remembering that song. He like, man, that used to be my favorite song, my first song ever recorded. I thought it was ass because the overall sound, you know what I mean? But what it was on, bro, hey, you done made me think about it. I'm gonna think about it because I ain't rapped that bitch like I said for them 2 weeks ago. And when
Yeah.
it came to me, man, I forgot about the song.
All right. So but I know you remember the vibe. From
Yeah,
your first song to your most previous song, in your opinion, what's the biggest difference in your style?
maturity and perfection of craft. Because when I first wrote the song, I didn't really know how I was still. I don't even think I was in the 12th grade yet. Because and I'm saying in 12th grade because in English 4 and shit, you learn about poems. So that's a section that they teach you in school. You know what I mean? So by me already starting to rap and shit, I knew that was something that I needed to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Then I always had a little gift with words. I like, I like words. I like the innuendos and the play on words already. You know what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
took to the poems and stuff like that, and teaming that with hearing yourself recorded, hearing it, hearing what you putting yourself in the mind of what I was doing, what I was thinking, how I felt when I produced this. You know what I mean? Then perfecting that and building off of that. So I would say maturity.
How many projects in are you?
Hmm?
How many projects and like how many mixtapes, everything, mixtapes, albums, all that. How many projects you put out? Another good
Maybe,
question.
maybe really, I created a lot of them and didn't put them out. That's the
All right,
crazy.
wait, stop right there. Now count them two, right? Which one, in your opinion, do you feel is your best work? I'm talking about the ones that ain't out and all that though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. See, now that's a really good question.
Appreciate that.
Cause I got a lot of people like the rap classic. I had an album called the rap classic. I like put it out slick side, but then I didn't. Know what I mean? A.D. Watts produced it. Um, man, I like Vento, the one that it's a mixtape I got as of late with it, but I didn't put out yet. Some other things I wanted to do to it, but I like I like some of them songs on there.
So you know me and you, we got our own show we planning, right?
Correct.
I think you just found the name of
Vento, Vento or Jewel Talk. Yeah.
it. Yeah, that was fire. You got the clothing line, right?
Royalty.
Speak on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on a little new design, trying to see, how I could present it best for it to be the representation. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
How did that come about from you being a artist? How did you start fucking with the clothes?
well, it was just an idea, but and you got to brand yourself as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And
Talk about it.
every little thing you wear, you are technically an ambassador of in one way, shape, or form. Not just as an artist, it's everybody. Period. Every person that walk the earth, whatever image you present to the world, you are basically an ambassador of that image.
Speaking of
I mean,
that, this my wife's stepmother's clothing line. Glocks are us. As you can see the shirt. Thank you, Mo. Yeah, it just clicked in me. You heard me.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
a clothing line. It's Glocks are us. You understand me? Get at me in my inbox if you're interested. She got all sizes and colors, and she got hoodies. You hear me?
like a dog.
Yeah,
Boom.
good looking out, Mo.
Brand. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So that's how it really came about. Like, damn, who am I? Without saying who I am. Well, fuck, out the gate. I know one thing, I'm royalty. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Boom. They be
right.
wearing that foreign and they local, but so they lying to look good, but I'm really royalty.
So, I know you personally. You heard me. You spoke on D, being your favorite rapper, right? What is it about D, that puts him above all the other artists out there?
Man, bro, the nigga, the way,
He,
bro, the
that,
way
tell
he
that
put
bitch he be lying
words.
too. The bitch say, but that bitch was supposed to come on here. Remember your first interview?
Yeah,
He was supposed to be my next interview. You know, like a year ago.
yeah, hey. When the boy get off, the boy, you hear me? My dog.
Call that nigga.
Yeah,
Call that
yeah,
nigga.
yeah. Cause I gotta tell him the same thing.
Yeah.
But
You hear
nah,
me?
man.
Shout
But
out to Dito, businessman,
nah, man.
entrepreneur. Yeah.
Definitely, but shit, man. D, bro, like the way he put his shit together, dog. Like that's the only nigga, dog, I heard rap. And we could rap about the same thing. Like get on the song together, we rap about the same thing. In my mind, I be knowing what I want my verse to come out to be. You hear me? But it don't never come out like that. It come out because I go with the flow, like the natural. Let what my spirit want to see on the topic. Say, you know what I mean? Just using my art.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, but then when he get on the song, I'm like, man, that's what I wanted to fucking see. Like I wanted to do it like
Yeah.
that.
Right. Shout out to
Like in
D.
my mind, I wanted to do it like that. But in my spirit, in my vibe, I did it how it came out. I let it flow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with that too. But then when he come on the same song, I'm like, man, that's what I had in mind right there. like,
When y'all
like
coming out with some music, with his
soon,
good
bro.
line ass.
Soon, bro. That's that. soon, soon,
Fucking
bro.
right. Fucking right.
Soon,
Fucking right.
bro.
Fucking right.
Man,
So,
man, listen. Hey, it's the Saints fault. we got a single called "Level Up." You hear me? That
yeah.
we wanted the
Yeah.
Saints
That bitch
defense.
hot too. That
We
bitch hot
wanted the
too.
Saints defense to be the promotional catalyst, and, and them bitches
That
ain't
ain't
leveled
work
up
out
yet,
too
so we
good this
can't
year.
make the team.
So, all right, look, Mo. If you was to give us 3 songs in your whole catalog, you got a favorite song in your catalog? Hold up. Don't answer that right. Answer this. From that first song to the most previous songs, how many songs you wrote?
Well,
Ever. Unreleased, lost files, features, everything.
shit. Mm.
Round it out to the nearest 10 if you got to.
Yeah, nah, not enough. I'll say that, but it's probably about 300. 300. I done gave away songs, 3 7 4 7. I mean, I done gave away songs. It was a time where I lived in the studio, like literally,
Yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
like technically, like I ain't having like that's where I was staying at. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Shout out to Top. I mean, Chef D Moore, he be cooking. You hear me? Real talk. So so well his daughter's name Anthony DeMoore. Anthony DeMoore. You
Shout
know
out,
what
man.
I'm saying? But man, and it was every day. You know what I mean? Every day, just all day, nigga, just blowing, making music. You know what I'm saying? So, but fuck, it came to a point where my mind was working faster than my hands, so I couldn't write a lot of shit down. I just had to rap it. Then I remember it and record it, and or drop a little nugget. Somebody else, we on the song, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? He said something. My verse finished already. I'm ready. I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? He said something, and my mind's still working. I'm now I done rapped it sounding like him on what he talking about, and you know what I mean? That's fuck.
Let's just say 350.
Yeah, I'm still
Out them 300,
about 350.
out them 350, what one song you put over the other 349 and why?
Hey, bro, I got a song called "Circle of Life" that I don't think nobody like, but that's my favorite song.
What is it about that you put that over the other 349?
The words, how they was put together, like the metaphors, the innuendos, like it seemed like it was perfectly put together, and it was too perfectly put together, like word for word, for it to be me.
It was before its time.
That too, but that's a lot of my stuff before its time. But I'm just saying the way the wording of how this song was put together, to me it seems like it's too perfectly put together to be me. Like like it was an outside source to me. It was like basically divinely put. Like, damn, I don't know how I put that together like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but I think don't nobody like the song.
Where we can find it at?
Oh shit, Apple Music, man. The Morris Code. You hear me? Song called Circle of Life. You know what I'm
Right.
talking about?
You have you met any artists or CEOs or still in contact with any artists and CEOs that work with your brother?
Oh, yeah, I mean, what a CEO, Chuck dead. Chuck from Big Boy dead. So that was the CEO. But
Mm.
man, man, nigga was having that size. You got access to Mike, you know what I'm saying? I I could really holler at J Dog too, you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, a few of them, man. It's a few. It's a few that we don't really be jammed, you know, hanging or nothing like that. But yeah, niggas still be networking and shit. Niggas still
Do
be
you think
networking.
do you think he get the credit that he deserves?
Slim, my brother?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Why not?
man. G Slim really was the
Pioneer. He was a pioneer.
yeah. Cause I want to say he really that he was the first really real gangster rapper in New Orleans. Like when you listen to, you know, they was rapping about some street shit sometimes on bounce beats, on Trigger Man and all that. You know what I mean? He really, Tim was like a storyteller. He wasn't like gangster rap. You know what I mean? G Slim really was gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? And so, as far as I can remember, he the first real gangster rap artist from New Orleans. We like on some real gangster rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that's before Soldier was Soldier. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
before Juvie was 400 degrees Juvie when, you know what I mean?
He was
So
still
I
throwing
mean,
up his soldier rag.
yeah, really before the Soldier rag. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah, he
mm,
did. Cause soldier rag came out in '97, right?
something like that. Slim was
He
already
died in
dead.
'96, right?
Yeah, he died in
Yeah.
'96, but his album came out in '94.
Yeah.
You feel me? His album came out in '94.
Facts.
So
Facts.
so I mean, it just was pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. You know what I mean? Fuck, he really the first gangster rapper from New Orleans I saw with a video on the box.
That's hard.
You know what I
That's hard.
mean? That's
That's
how we was
hard.
getting videos back then.
That's
His
hard.
shit was on the box. I'm talking about
Channel,
he shot the
Channel
video.
7.
Man, he shot the video on 10, the box, channel 10, the box.
It was Channel 7 on my TV.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying what I remember how I used to have to watch it. But fuck,
Yeah,
on the box, man,
yeah.
he the first gangster rapper that was from New Orleans that was on the box. Like I
That's
ain't
his.
seen, you know what I mean? I ain't seen nobody else, and that's fucking when his video come on, that's our fucking apartment. I mean, that shit was on the box. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
Didn't just do.
talk about fours, deuces, and trays. He ain't talking about 6 4, 6 deuces, and 6 trays. He talking about gangs, gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? But the song was
Clarified.
about him smoking weed, but he was just on some gangster shit. You know what I mean?
Thanks. Real gangster shit, not just the word gangster shit. Like real.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gangster rap.
So Mo, where you see yourself musically in 5 years? You hear me?
Hmm. I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Musically in 5 years,
You cheating, Mo. Gotta answer the
huh?
question, Mo. You cheating, dog. You gotta answer the question, dog. All questions gotta be.
I'm answer. I'm just saying, if I gotta say straight out the gate, I don't know where I see myself in 5 years. There's a bunch of things that play a part in that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, oh shit! I ain't making $1 million off that bitch yet. My daughter 18, my son 15.
Shout out the kid.
You know what I mean? I gotta get these meals coming in some kind of way. Whatever
Absolutely.
that formula, whatever the right formula is for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more focused on that, really, than
Yeah. So
it
if,
comes
if
time.
that
But
come with the music, then it's all good.
yeah. But if it's not with the music, it's gonna be what I'm investing my time and energy into.
I
You know what
fuck
I'm
with
saying?
So
So
before we
they
get
got they got something, they got things they working on with the music to keep stabbing. You know what I mean? Keep squeezing, but at the same time, they got other priorities too.
out them 350 songs, you heard me? If you could give the viewers songs out them 350 that will make us for sure new viewers and new listeners, what would them songs be, and where could we go find them songs at, you heard me?
A song called My USA. You hear me? It's on the
That's out
Morris
that
Code.
Morris code, huh?
Yeah, it's on the Morris Code. You know what I'm
I
saying?
fuck with that one.
You get on any social media platform, I mean, any streaming platform, anything, any one of them. You know what I mean?
Hit me up, I can send it to you. Fuck.
Facts. You can hit me up on Instagram. I'm MoBetta3, MoeBetta3. You know what I'm saying? Even on Facebook, I'm Morris Mo Young. You know what I'm saying? You can just hit me up or whatever, and I can direct you to whether it's YouTube, whether it's Apple Music, whether it's any wherever you get listen to your music at, you can pull it up. You know what I mean? Mo Better
when when
tomorrow.
when when we get off here and I release it, just put all the links in the comments. You heard me?
Yeah, facts. Most def. Definitely gonna do that.
So,
You know what I mean? But
but what
but
would
my
them songs be
USA,
though?
yeah, my USA, I would
Mm-hmm.
say, um, I would say a song called Reality. That's also on the Morris Code.
Mm-hmm.
And mm,
Number one on that bitch.
number what?
Mo better, Mo better.
Ain't I'm cool. Ain't
Yeah,
I'm cool. Yeah, but I was about to get
I'm gonna throw the third one on that bitch. Fuck that.
yeah, fuck it. I
Yeah,
think that, you heard me? That was
that
on
is like
that's on some versatility. Yeah, that's some balls, that's some games, there's some political
some
is
fun shit. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But all over the Morris Code, man, all over the Morris Code, you can find something that's your niche, something for you. You know what I'm saying? No matter really what kind of listen, man, I ain't got no bounce on, but you can find something that's for you. You know what I mean?
Two
I'm
more
quite
questions.
like.
Two more questions. One, give you the from the person who wrote the first verse to now, right? Give yourself now, and yourself then advice from yourself now.
Myself then.
Like you now, give your
Yeah,
fight,
yeah,
give
yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
So talking to myself then. So from
Right.
now, me now, talking to myself then, I would tell myself then, go with your move. You it. You hear me? Then from then, I would tell myself now, remember when you was raw like this? I guess
That
I'm
was
talking to
gangster,
myself, so
bitch.
I probably
That was
I'm, I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to myself, but I don't know, you
yeah,
know what I mean? But I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm telling
yeah.
myself,
You
cause
know what you telling him from when you was like that.
yeah, yeah,
That was raw. Yeah.
yeah. Real talk. I mean, just that's what I'd be saying. If I was then, I'd be telling now. Remember, you was raw like this. Know what I'm saying? Um, and then now I'll tell myself then, and go with your move. You it. Cause I double dutched a lot. I think back then. You feel me? Instead of dropping my nuts and going my move.
Facts, facts. So, from you having a solid background, being a part of rap royalty, you heard me. I just want to give you your flowers, you understand me, and speak to the youngins, you heard me, from coming from that life, losing a brother, and not only a brother, a pioneer to gangster rap music in New Orleans. Just talk to them and leave all your social medias, whatever you got out, whatever you got coming out, and whatever you getting into in the near future. You hear me?
Right. Um. Uh. The youth, I would say, really sit down and think about the fact that physical debt is permanent. You ain't gonna get another try of that like like you think. Um. So keep that in mind when you're going through life. You know what I mean? You can make all the right decisions for every day in your life and make one wrong decision, and it's the end of your life. You know what I'm saying? So cherish, learn, and love life while living, and identify that physical debt is permanent. Physical debt is permanent, man. Everybody really trying to get out the streets. There's really no reason to try to get in the streets. You know, a lot of people done things because they had no choice. Don't choose to do things that make it seem like you don't have no sense. So that's what I would say. But yeah, I got the vent talk I'm working on. Got a few little collaborations I'm working on. You can be looking out for that, but you can catch me on the gram. You hear me? Mo Better 3, MOEBETTA 3 on Facebook. Morris Mo Better Young. You know what I'm saying? You can find the music, the Morris Code, MORRISCODE, the Morris Code by Mo Better. You know what I'm saying? All streaming platforms. And then there's another single, She Bad, by Mo Better. It's just a single by itself. It's not on the album or anything like that. It's a single that's by itself. You can check that out as well on any streaming platform. Shouts out to P. Nut, the General. You hear me? For fuck rocking with a nigga the long way. It's all love. It's all hug. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, that was deep with that. What he said about niggas trying to get out the streets and you know, I don't want to fuck his words up, but but that shit was hard. You heard me? What else I wanted to say? That's my little partner, so I knew what he working on. He forgot to mention Vento. I don't know if he wanted to tell y'all or not, but I just did. You heard me? He working on some project right now called Vento, and we working on a show. You understand me? It's gonna air once a week. You understand me? I think that's gonna be the name if he cleared, because that's, you know what I'm saying. He, you know, he on the race to it or whatever. But if he cleared, you heard me, I think we're gonna ride with that. And as you can see, he been through a lot, very intelligent individual, and could speak from being in certain type of situations himself. So with me being from this, you know, that's my people offline. So, you know, we're gonna collaborate, put that together, and you know what I'm saying, see if we can make some money off. You understand me? But until then, you heard me, it's Peter Another General to know the podcast. Keep your body clean, huh? Yeah.
From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all the attention. I know what you're trying to say.
Do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want congrats. I seen, you know, I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, and I'm looking at the screen like preach. Cause I was on the phone with him, you feel me? So you know what I'm saying?